Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm actually on my lunch break working remotely from home, and I have been inspired to this video topic on nosy fake friends. It actually came across my mind probably several weeks ago. Ugh. Like, we all have them, right? We all have those nosy fake friends, right? Wannabe friends, anyway. I know for me, it irks me. It just irks me. This drink is alright. I got this the other day. It's kind of too sweet though, but it reminds me of Ensure. I used to take Ensure growing up because even when I was younger, I was like watching my weight. I was skinny as fuck. I was a little girl. And so I would like limit my food intake. Funny, right? And my mom would like get me on these Ensure drinks to like make sure I'm getting the proper nutrients because your girl's anorexic, man. But it just reminded me of that. But I like the strawberries outside of that. I did get some strawberries though the other day with some whipped cream. Delicioso. Good. Fred, I see you watching, and I got a bone to pick with you too, because I called you yesterday. You ain't answer. I know you probably working though, but so yes, I'm sitting on my floor because I like it. It's good for grounding, and I'm comfortable. I'm just trying out this new frame. I like it though. I like the exposed brick in the background. But yeah, this video, y'all, I'm gonna go in a little bit because, like I said, it annoys me, fake friends, and I think I'm very particular about stuff, right? We all see through the bullshit. I know we all do, you know what I'm saying? Nobody is stupid. Humans are very sophisticated creatures, right? So it's like you can't fuck over even the most dumbest of human beings, right? Because we got sense, like we're very intelligent, and so like I sense stuff. Like of course I'm a very like sensitive person, as most women are, right? Very intuitive, and like something that I noticed. I'm just gonna talk about things that I noticed, right? It just kind of makes my skin crawl. Just like So like you guys know, I spent my last 4 years living in Los Angeles, California, working on my PhD, and of course I have my colleagues that I'm surrounded by, and granted, you know, I've always been cordial on a professional level with people, right? My colleagues that I went to school with in my program and things like that. So of course we you know, normal communication, we speak to each other, cool. For me, my focus has always been like on my studies. Like I'm very goal directed, I'm very focused, like I'm here, you know, like whenever like I'm driven to do something, that's what my intention is on. Like, so I went to Los Angeles to pursue my PhD. I went there, I achieved, I did it. I mean, I'm close to finishing. I do have my dissertation and my pre-doc internship to complete, but the bulk of the work has been done, right? And so in my mind, this is how I do things. I'm just very focused. I was the same way when I went to Florida State, like to get my bachelor's degree in psychology. Just very focused, driven, dedicated. And when I set my mind on something, like that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to achieve it, right? Not to say I can't and just enjoy life, right? We can smell the roses along the way. That's one of my favorite quotes. It's like, you know, you can still smell the roses and be on a mission. That's what NDRE said. I embody that phrase. Like, I love that, right? But I think for me, if I don't have an interest in being friends with someone, and that's not what I'm there for. Like for me, like when I went to LA, I'm focused on my PhD. So that's my focus. I'm not here to make friends. And I find it very interesting. Like when I come across people and they're trying to make friends, I'm like, I'm not here. I'm not really here to be your friend. I'm not interested in being friends. Like, and even if like I'm at a job, right, or my practicum sites for my clinical practicums as part of my PhD, I've come across people want to make friends, and I don't want to be rude, right? They want to be friends, and I'm just like, yo, I'm here to get my hours. I'm not here because I think it can be kind of. This is the thing. This is the reason why. Like, it can be confusing, and sometimes a distraction when you are at an environment. You're in an environment where you're there to work. Like for me, for example, with those clinical practices, I'm there to get my hours, gain experience, and then at the same time, you're trying to like make friends, right? Nothing wrong with making friends. If that's what you want, that's what you're interested in. But for me, I'm just like, I'm not here to make friends. Like, I'm just focused. Honestly, I don't want to make friends. Like, I just don't. Like, I'm very careful about who I bring in my inner circle. I have people that I call my friend. Don't get me wrong. And so I feel like I'm good. Like, I'm good in terms of friendships, right? I'm actually, like, open to seeking a significant other. Like, I want to mate. So I'm in the process of, like, okay, exploring my options for mating, right? Seeking a mating partner. That's kind of my focus, right? When it comes to developing social friendships, you know, on a personal level. So this is the thing. I've had people like in my program. I just fake, like, I ain't gonna call no names. I'm not with the name calling. I don't do that, right? I don't do the name calling, but this is just me, like, and it's not just my program, but it's also like sites in which I work on that fake shit. You know what I'm saying? I see through the bullshit. Don't come at me with that fake shit. Because when I say it's fake, this is how you can tell it's fake, you know? Like, they act different ways and different. Like, be the same with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we in school, right? We in class. You ain't got shit to say. You ain't speak to me there, right? But it's like, all of a sudden, I moved back to New York, right? To launch my career and to complete my pre-doc internship studies or whatever. These people, like these random people, I'm like, who are you? They want to like, all of a sudden express interest, like, I'm gonna come see you, I'm gonna come hang out with you. And in my mind, I'm just like, hang out with who? Like, it's fun. I laugh because I know myself, right? And I'm already more of like introvert. Am I introverted? I don't know. I guess I have introverted qualities about myself. Like, I like to be alone. I like to be by myself, right? So when a person is like trying to be like fake friendly, it kind of throws me for a loop because I'm looking at them like, you coming to visit me, like, whoa. Like, step back, you know? I'm already kind of like standoffish anyway because I just like to be in my own private, sacred space with people, of course, who share that same vibrant frequency that I'm on, right? So, like I don't want to come off as like trying to be stuck up. Some people may take it a certain kind of way, but I'm just being authentic. Like, this is me, right? And so they're like, oh, we're gonna visit you in New York. And these are like colleagues back in California, right? And I'm just like, you are not coming to visit me in New York. Because this is my thing. I lived in Los Angeles for the past 4 years. As I jog my memory those past 4 years, I don't recall anybody saying, oh, let's go out. Now, granted, we did, like, there were certain situations, right, where, yes, for a group project, it was like working on a group project or whatever. Yes, we would arrange meetings, right, to go to a diner or coffee shop, things like that, you know, for the purpose of completing a group assignment. But outside of that, we're talking about like personal. And you said, Muhammad, you said it's interesting. Yes, I had to address this, right? Because it's just like I said, it just, it gets to me. And so, yeah, I don't ever recall like them saying, oh, I want to come to your house, so let's hang out, or, but I would would say a few did. One did when she was like, you know, wanting to go to the club, and me, I'm not really a club person. So like me and her, we hung out, you know, like here and there, things that I was interested in doing. Like you guys know, like I like industry events in the entertainment industry. I like going to red carpet events, and so we did that. That was cool. She did want to like go out to the club, but I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about somebody else, right? And they're like, they want to come visit me. I'm like, you didn't visit me when I was close to you. Like, why do you want to visit? I'm like, all the way. So in my mind, this is how I take it, right? It's like, I think it's fake because she's only making the proposition to visit. You're not really interested in visiting me. You just want to come to New York. Like, it's New York. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love New York myself. I love New York. Probably more than most New Yorkers who were born here, right? So I get it. But don't come in with that fake shit, right? It's just, you know? And then other instances, other people just nosy, like calling my phone. Don't call my phone. I'm just like, don't call my phone. Like, I don't even be talking to people like that. I be in my own zone, literally, in my own zone. Good friends are hard to find. Oh, yes, I have a few good friends, you know. One is actually probably watching on this live. But it's just like, I'm very particular. Like, that's the thing. When I have a good friend, because it's about loyalty, right? Loyalty is big in my book. And it made me, like, thinking about this topic made me think about my experience working at the prison with inmates who were gang members, right? Gang affiliated. And granted, I know we like demonize gang culture and of course the activities, the different things that are associated with gang culture, right? Like committing crimes and stuff. I don't condone that. But there are certain characteristics within gang culture, like I can appreciate and I identify with myself. Like, for example, loyalty. Like, that shit is strong in my book. Like, when I call you my friend, when somebody's my friend, like, yo, I'm loyal as fuck. You know, like, we are friends for we usually be friends for a long time, like to death, because I've made that commitment and vice versa, right? So I don't be with that fake and phony shit and people talking behind somebody's back, gossiping, and they like being two-faced and you treat me one way and then another way. Like, no, like once you show me your true colors, like for me, and this is just in a general sense, me generally speaking, this is just my thought process with regard to that. Like, that's how I am. Like, no, like, it's a no-go. Like, it ain't no, like, oh, let's make up, let's work things. It ain't shit to work out. Like, you already showed me who you are. Person, you are who you are, right? Like, people are who they are. They show you themselves. Like, why do we try to see something different than what a person has already, they've shown you that they are not worthy of trusting, right? They're not worthy of your loyalty to them. So it's just like, nah. People gossip, people acting real funny. I've seen that like in my program, just real funny style stuff. But then you want to be my friend and want to call me. It's just like, what the fuck? I have nothing to talk to you about. Like, don't call my phone. Oh, what's up? I was just calling to see how you doing. Like, these are people I had same classes with. I'm just like, I have no interest. I'm not fake, you know? And this is beyond just the New York. I was thinking about New York culture because New York is going to tell you how it is. Like, it's beyond. I think it's just me. Like, it goes back to just how I was raised. You know, I've been raised in the city. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. You know, it's I would say semi-metropolitan city, right? It's not, of course, it's not as big as New York City, but you know, I'm a city girl, and it just goes back to just how my upbringing, how I was raised. Nah, man, we don't deal with that shit, like, because this is the thing. This is the reason why people like myself are very careful when it comes to like loyalty and like trickery situations, because that shit can get a motherfucker killed, man. Like, dealing with people who are like backstabbing and trifling and you can't be trusted. Like, that shit can sometimes be life or death. Now, is this situation life or death? I wouldn't necessarily say so, but it could be. It could be in terms of like livelihood, right? Like my career, you know. So I'm not like, I don't want to jeopardize. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm around people who are kind of fishy, like can't be trusted, wishy-washy, and that fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm building something. I'm working towards becoming a clinical psychologist, right? That is a component of who I am. That's not who I am in totality. Like, you guys know I'm very multi-layered. You know, I'm a very dynamic individual. But that is a component, right? And I've invested a lot of time and money into developing that identity as a psychologist. And so, of course, I'm very careful about that in my brand. Not only as a professional in that arena, but other brands that I've built. Like, even before I entered this program and becoming a clinical psychologist, like, I had brands that I built. And so I've always been this way. So this is not something like, oh, I'm just like up and doing. Like, no, I've been very careful about who I interact with. And I know people that come across me can sense that, like, okay, yeah, like it's because, like, yo, I have something to protect. I have something of value that I value, number one, and I want to protect. It just makes perfect sense. So I'm very careful about who I invite in my space. Other people are different. That's fine. And I know that some people, they can deal with that. Some people can deal with that back and forth and wishy-washy and, oh, you know, we taunt your name, we throw dirt on you, and then, oh, we make up, and we, like, that to me is dysfunctional. I don't like dysfunctionality in that respect. Like, hell no. I'm okay. I would rather be alone than have to deal with some dysfunctional shit like that. But I get it. Some people roll like that, right? That's just not me. And like I said, I'm very particular, y'all. Like, I'm very particular. I remember, like, even when I was growing up, like, me and my sister, we shared, you know, we lived in the same house, right? But we had our own rooms. And, like, my sister had to ask permission to sit on my bed. Like, and I can give you an idea, like, yo, how particular I am. Because I get up, I make my bed in the morning. My bed is clean, free of wrinkles, like, smooth, you know what I'm saying? And my own blood sister, who we shared the same womb. We came from the same womb, right? The same mother. I had to ask permission to sit on my bed, yo. Come on, you know, this is just me. Like, I know sometimes people, and I was gonna make a video about this in terms of like changing faces, because I know it kind of goes along with the same topic, how some people say, oh, well, she's changed. Yo, I've been this way. This is a personality. This is something that's embedded in who I am as a person. Yes, I am developing, I'm growing, I'm changing. Life experiences will change you. But at my core, this is just who I am. Like, I'm very particular about stuff. I'm very conscientious. I'm very OCD-ish, I guess you want to call it that. Like, yes. So when it comes to little minute details and stuff, like, people call it petty, whatever. But I pay attention to stuff like that. And I just don't like it. Even here in New York, since I've moved back, and I get it, people, I feel like this is the thing. I have this ideology about myself, right, that I've shared with you guys. This is just my perspective on friendships and relationships, right? I have this embedded in who I am. But when I interact with people, I think I come out very warm and inviting, right? I do. Because I am that person. And so maybe it can be kind of confusing because people are like, oh, well, I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. And even since I've been back, like, I've made associates. So obviously, you know, make associates everywhere you go. So I made associates with people here. And they're just like, oh, let's hang out. Let's do this. And I'm just like, me, it's like, I'm the kind of person, like, I will put a person through tests, right? And it's nothing disrespectful, nothing like that. But it's my own test. So you don't even know you're being tested, right? But it's just me checking. And we all do it. We all put people through, like, things. We check them to see, okay, you know, is this person even worth it? Like, who is this person, right? You gotta feel the situation out. Little kids do it too, exploring relationships with their peers, like just trying to fill out, like, you know, who is this person, right? That's just how I am. I'm very careful, I'm very meticulous about that, you know, and I'm just like, I don't like that. You know, even when I was in LA, no one knew where I lived. Of course, I would make videos and I talk about, oh, you know, I live in Hollywood. I lived in Hollywood for my first 2 years there. Then I moved to South LA, South Central area, my last 2 years when I was in LA. But still, no one knew, like, the actual street I lived on. Like, that's something is very personal. I'm pretty sure with you guys, like, that's personal information, right? Same thing, like, I don't care. We can sit down, we can laugh, we can talk, we can hang out. But I don't invite people to my place. I just don't. You're not invited. Point blank, period, you know? I just don't do that. I'm different. Now, I think that's something that I would say has changed. And people say, oh, you changed. Maybe that has changed in terms of, like, what I would have done previously. Because I remember, like, in high school and college, like, my house was definitely the hangout spot. But I feel like, I mean, we wise up, and it's not wise to do that. And like I said, the more things you have that are of value that you're trying to protect, you're just more careful about that. And then you learn, like, you learn to increase the value of not only the things that you own, but yourself. Like, you gain greater appreciation for yourself and your space. And yeah, your space is sacred. Like I said, back in the day, high school days and college days, everybody was invited in my shit, but hell no. Like, I'm gaining a deeper awareness of myself and energy, what that means, and nah, everybody's just not invited in. It makes perfect sense that as the stakes increase in terms of, you know, your value, you're gonna be careful about just, yo, I'm careful even bringing my family. Like, yo, they'll even tell you when I was in California, just like, eh. Now, granted, my mom is always welcome. My dad, always welcome. My closest sister in age, always welcome. Like, there are certain people, and her kids, of course, always welcome. But I'm just, I don't know, I'm very, like I said, I don't want to keep saying that, because it seems like I said it, like, over and over already. Y'all get tired of hearing me saying, like, I'm very particular. But I just have to put it out there. I don't think people understand that, you know? And yeah, like, I'm like, you're not invited. You're just, even family, you're not invited unless you are one of those people who I just named, right? That's my immediate family members, you know? And I feel comfortable saying that. I don't feel bad. Anything I said in this video, I don't feel bad, because that's just me. Like, I feel comfortable, and I'm sharing this video with you guys, this topic, because I know it's not only relevant to myself in my life. I understand that other people have the same belief system, and even some people are hesitant to develop this belief system, right? And to develop this way of being with other people, because they just want to, like, be everybody's friend. Right? And sometimes people don't really know who they are, and they don't know how to establish boundaries. And I have no problems establishing boundaries with people. It's just like, no. Because it's like, no, you don't belong. You know, until you belong, basically. And there are people out there who really aren't friend-worthy. They're not trustworthy, not friend-worthy, they're not loyal, not loyal, right? They are not worth being called your friend. I'm not a person who feels I need, like, I need friends, like all these friends. Like, oh, I need a friend. Like, no. Even when it comes to procreation, like, granted, yes, I have a womb. I'm a woman. So, I think I have a biological desire to procreate. But when it comes to my own thinking about it, it's just like, I've gotten by this far in life without kids, right? And a husband, so to speak. Like, yo, I'm good. I'm at peace. I am good when it comes to that. And I feel like the same thing when it comes to friends. Like, I'm good. I'm good. Because the last thing I need is inviting someone in my life and they disturb my shit. They disturb my peace. Like, I'm at a homeostasis. I have a peace of mind. When I say I'm good, yo, I am good. I have a routine. I am great where I am right now. And someone just sent a message via Messenger on Facebook talking about, don't forget to vote. Shut the hell up. This video is not about voting. And what does voting do? Nothing. But that's a whole side note. But y'all, I mean, some people just wrapped up. Like, y'all thinking is just completely off. People really think, it's like, I think this is a side note. This is a side note, but it's kind of related. How people can be easily manipulated psychologically. Like, American people, y'all so gullible. Like, y'all really believe that you have, I guess it's just a false sense of power that the government has given people, right? Has made people believe that they have power in your vote. It don't matter who is president, yo. It doesn't, whatever mission, whatever initiatives, whatever policies, whatever plan that they have set in place is going to be done regardless of who is president. I'm not easily influenced in that way, thank God, you know. But I think it gives people a sense of power, like they have, a choice, right? Like it's a democracy. Like, oh, go vote. It makes people feel a little bit empowered, you know. y'all funny. But back to what I was saying about the whole friend thing. Yes, I am so good. I think friendships, before I end, I'm gonna say this. I think friends, what's up, cuz? Love you too. I think friends should enhance. Like, if you have someone in your life, they should enhance your shit, not make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Some people come, they want to be your friend, but, and granted, we all come with baggage, you know. You got your baggage. I got mine, but you gotta keep your shit in check. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your baggage is checked up so that you're not throwing up on people. You're not like making people carry this load, and that's just, I don't want to deal with other people's stuff. I just don't. As me being selfish, I admit, I don't care to deal with your problems that you have in your life. I just don't. As a so-called friend, if that's a stipulation to me being your friend, I don't want to be your friend. Of course, I like to do fun things. Like I said, I have friends, very few, and I'm happy that it's very few, that they can share whatever with me, right? And I listen to them because we already have that bond. You know what I'm saying? And that it's reciprocal. That person has listened to me too about my shit going on, and I listen to them. It's reciprocal. But new people, I'd be like, I'll be like, I'll be like, yeah, and it's just, I don't know, I don't have an interest. I really don't. Yeah, new people here. And I get that a lot. And so if by chance you feel like I'm talking about you, right? And you're watching this and you feel like, oh, damn, that's fucked up, you know? I just wanted to go out to eat with you, be friends. And it's just like, listen. It ain't got shit to do with you, man. This is all me. Some people think it's them. It's not necessarily. Sometimes it is you. Sometimes, yeah. The reason why I'm just like, hell nah, because you're a gossiper. I don't like to be around people who gossip. And that's another thing. Like, my my mom's side of the family, they are in St. Augustine, Florida. It's a very small. It's a very small town, right, in Florida. And you know, small towns, like everybody know everybody, people just be talking. I don't like that. It's just, that to me annoys me. It's just a turn off. It's just like, y'all have shit that's better to do than just sit up here and just talk about what somebody else is doing. Like, oh, you heard about so-and-so's child, and damn, they did this and they did, like, unless you're helping, okay. It makes sense, yes, to have like these community meetings coming together and sharing like intimate information if you're coming to like help a person out. But if you just sit in your front porch and like, child, they need to be ashamed of themselves, that always turned me. I never liked that. I was just like, ugh. To me, it's just, it says a lot about that person's character. And it's just like, if they talking about that person, just imagine, you know, what they'll say, you know, about you, you know, behind your back. It's just a pet peeve of mine. I don't like it. I separate myself from those kinds of situations. Okay, say we was born without them and can live without them. Yeah, I never really thought about living without. I was just like, I don't really care. I just don't care. Like, that doesn't shape who I am as a person. Like, my life is going to continue regardless of without those people. And so, yeah, like the small town gossip stuff, like those kind of people, I don't like that. So yeah, sometimes, like I said, it's like that person, right? Something like inherent within that person that like turns me off from like wanting to be that kind of person's friend, because you gossip about other people. And granted, we all talk about people, but sometimes that's like a person's only focus. Like, that's all you talking about. Like, let's talk about ideas. Let's talk about building. Let's talk about making some money. Like, people spend so much time about that. And they two-faced it, you know. It's just, you see it. It's just like, they hanging with you, but then you know, like, they going in their other circle of friends, and they having conversations about you. That's so elementary. That's counterproductive, I think, to things that I'm building. So, of course, I don't want to associate myself with people like that, or situations like that. But then I said, yes, it's part of me, because this is just what I like, and I know what I like in my space and in my energy, and I'm just like, I'm not interested. Like I said, I get a lot of people where they just like, let's hang out, and I try to be, I guess sometimes I do try to be nice, so sometimes I take people up on their offers, but maybe I should stop, because I think it can be kind of confusing, right? So, you know, I have associates, I'm not going to say friends, but I don't call them my friend, but I'll say associates, or people who call me their friends, or whatever, right, in New York, and they, you know, offer, let's go out to eat, right? Let's go to eat. They want to pay, because they just want to be around me, right? And that's cool, right? And I always hesitate. I always like, should I go out? But I think, like I said, I think this characteristic is common within just people who have like introverted characteristics. We just like to be alone, right? So we think about like stuff like, damn, should I go out? I'm just better off just chilling. Like, I mean, I can be social if I want to be social. That's if I want to be social, though. So yeah, I'll take them up on the offer, and I go out, and we have a great time. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know how to have a great time when I'm around people, right? We have a great time. We laugh. We take pictures. We sip a little bit of wine. Cool, right? But after that, oftentimes I'm not really the person like say, oh, let's do this again, or, you know. So I think people, yeah, they have to just invite me out, right? And I may say yes. Sometimes, you know, I'm like, nah, I'm not really interested. But yeah, I'm not really the one to be like, unless like we here, right? Like, I already got that bond with that person, and yeah, I'm inviting you out. Like, my homeboy, he live in a different state. Yo, you come in to see me. Like, there are certain people I have that connection with. I'm like, yeah, we doing this. We hanging out. We got this whole plan going on, right? But then, yeah. So going back to that about those people who do invite me out. it's like, I guess it can be misleading too, right? Because they just like, damn, we went out, we had a good time, but she don't really want to go out again, and I'm just like, and they kind of maybe take it personal, which it could be part personal. It could be something about them that I picked up. Cause like I'm very, when I say sensitive, like I can detect things that probably may not seem detectable, right? I pick up on certain nuances of things, and so even my energy, so even it don't even have to be spoken. Like you can just pick it up. Like your spirit, your energy will pick it up. So I'm just like, nah. Go out. I'm just like, nah. I've went on dates like that, not just like platonic friendship, but like dates where I'm just like, and then it be times where I'm like, damn, I want to go back out on the second day, with a friend or a guy. So it does vary. But I say that to say, like, I think it's important just to be mindful of who you are as a person. I know I'm very mindful of I know who I am, been to who I am. And not only that, but just mindful, like, of your interaction with people and just fake friends. Like, careful with these fake friends, because I think it could obviously have a negative impact on yourself and also what you're building. If you're an entrepreneur, you have brands, you're an artist, whatever you are, whatever that you created, you built, you invested a lot of time, energy into, that that you want to protect. Like, this is something that is of importance, you know what I'm saying? And I want to share that with people, because sometimes I know some of y'all have problems setting those boundaries, and you're like, oh, I don't want to appear mean, and it's just like, I think I get in that mode too sometimes, but no. I think for me, I do have a little bit conceit within me where I don't really care. I don't care how another person. I do care about how a person feel, but I care more about myself first and foremost. I always put myself first and foremost, right? And so that's just what it is. Take it or leave it, but I have a love for people. I do. I just love myself, which we should. We should love ourselves first above anything and anyone else. And so when it definitely comes to these so-called fake ass friends, it's like, don't spare yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste your time, especially when you're dealing with somebody like me, because it ain't gonna go further than that. It's just not. And so that's what I had to say on this topic. I feel great. I always feel great when I finish these videos, because I feel like I've expressed myself and I've shared things that are of relevance to me and important to me, and I'm pretty sure you guys can identify with. And by the way, this is my high school senior pic. I love it. I just gotta find a place to hang it up in my place right now. But yes, love yourself, guys. It's called self-care. And not to be wasting time with these fake ass phony people who just want to be nosy and be like, oh, I want to just be nosy and get up in her business, and oh, that way I can go and just gossip. Oh no, you ain't getting no inside scoop over here. And granted, yes, I'm a vlogger, so I willingly share things with people, which I have no problem doing. And if you found something that I share in my video and people talk, I'm pretty sure anyway, so that's open game. But as far as this is only like what I share. This is what y'all don't realize. What I share, even though my videos be like damn near an hour, a lot of times what I share, it's only probably 0.1%, not even that, 0.01% actually, of the things in my life. Like, my life is so much bigger than what is expressed and shared here on social media, and that's just how it should be. I think people just should not be entitled to know everything about what is personal to you. So I value that, and that's all what I have to say. I'm about to get ready. I'm burping. That's what I have to say, and I'm actually getting ready to meet with my remaining clients for today. But Thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free to share your thoughts below. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. Be honest. I love when you guys are just honest and transparent about your reactions to my videos. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.